Hey everyone, my name is Benjamin and this is Ali. This is our critical literacy class and we decided to do a video presentation. So this is our presentation. I hope you enjoy. First of all, we learned about how to responding to an article to a classmate. Ali, can you talk about this, please?
Yeah, man. The cool thing about the whole process there in the start was about we learned about to respond in a constructive way to our classmates. Like, for example, when Pino had an article that he brought with him into class, and that we had to respond in a critical way to improve his or help him to see his article from another perspective. I found that really interesting. I learned a lot of how to be more constructive in my responding. Moment of learning too was what you have to do when you revise something.
Revision is basically that we have to go through more than one times in our article or draft, or write more, or repair our mistakes, or write news or better ideas than we did before.
This is the rhetorical situation model and how it works.
Moreover, we talked about the rhetorical situation and we drew a triangle. Ali, can you explain me what is this triangle?
Yeah, first of all, the triangle looks like this. You guys can see that? Yes. Where you have the rhetorical, we have the writer on top is a triangle, where the writer is on top, you have the language on the one of the side and the purpose down on the bottom. The audience on the other side, and you also have like a form medium, like a formal medium, what you're talking about, and it's really important, especially in writing, because you have to know who you're talking to, what the purpose of what you're talking about, who's your audience, maybe the most important thing, who you're talking to, like which people, which age, maybe it's the old people, maybe it's the president in the school or whatever. So rhetorical situation is something we used a lot in this class. Very important. So we have been going through the Who Are You project. It's been a big part of our semester, and we learn a lot of interesting things. I just want to hear your thoughts and views about what you learned in this project, Benny.
Actually, this part was my favorite during the semester because we heard a lot of presentations from everybody, and I think it's a really good thing because we know each other better than the beginning of the semester. For example, we saw a really good presentation from Philip, who danced and did that scary stuff in the class, or Ali was talking about the differences between Europe and US. So I think it was a really good stuff, and
yeah,
it was my favorite.
And personally, I like to just talk about a couple of things that I really learned about this was Elke, when he talked about his parents and the relationship there, and that was interesting. Like he basically we had to think critically. It was something that you can assume something, but you have to be cautious about what you're saying. And same thing with Don. A lot of emotion comes up and stuff like that. So very interesting. This project has been a major part of our semester, and it's been really helpful in our learning.
And now we are going to talk about the sentences. The end of February we talked about the sentences. What is a sentence? What makes a sentence? So Ali, can you talk about it, please?
You have it was really interesting. Like you see here, that you see the subject. That's you. For example, you speak English. The subject is you. The verb is speak, and the predicate is speak English. Really interesting for me. I didn't know what predicate was. I understand now what it is, and it was really nice for me to put it in words. And I think we can all agree about that. Benny, what do you think? definitely a moment of learning for us. Definitely something that we can take with us in the future. Put words on things like what is a sentence, something that's very simple in the terms of that you know what a sentence is, but it was challenging and it was really learning. It was really interesting to see that. So pretty cool. The next moment of learning, where when we talked about paragraphs and what a paragraph is, it's basically just some more than one sentence that describe or tell you something about the theme, and or an idea or a point, whatever. The most interesting thing for me was just the transition from the first paragraph to the second paragraph to the third paragraph, because I'm been struggling with that. So I would say learning that the first, when you start, is to discuss the theme or the point or the idea that you have, and then the second section, the next article, the second paragraph, it's the consequence of the first paragraph, and then you sum up everything on the third paragraph. Very interesting.
And after the paragraphs, we had a revision video lesson when we talked more about the opening paragraph. We had 4 advanced strategies, and the first one was that moving from the specific to the general. It means you can start your essay, for example, anecdote or a quote. The second step is move from the general to the specific. For example, Ali can start off his essay by describing the larger issue of his essay. The third thing is pose a meaningful question or set up a problem that is directly related to your. For example, you could start providing question and set up a problem. The last thing is challenge common interpretation and belief. So you could begin your essay by discussion or recognition. This stuff was very helpful to me, because I always have problem with how can I start an essay or something. So it was a really helpful class for me.
What I liked about this class were probably the discussions on Wednesday. I love the fact that we just got to share our desires on Wednesdays, and listening to other people talk and bring up their hobbies and whatever they liked. And I guess a couple of things that stood out for me were Don's presentation personally, and Elke's, and I would say that I love your dance, Philip, amazing. Otherwise, I love the environment in the class. I'm really looking forward to next fall, when I'm gonna continue my development as a reader and writer under Dr. H again. So Benny, what did you learn, and what did you liked about this class?
What I learned, I think my English improved a lot in this class. It's still terrible, but I think it improved a lot. So what I really liked in this class is the Monday classes, where we can go everywhere and we can eat during the class. For me, I can eat Chinese, and Dr. H said it's unhealthy, and I didn't know this. It was really good stuff to know. So what we like more?
I think this
we liked Dr. H as a teacher.
So I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for this semester. I learned so much of you guys, every single one of you, and I wish you good luck in the future, and good luck with the next English class, and I hope I'll see you next year. Right, Benny?
Benny, this was perfect.